Hey guys, welcome back to the Geomine server with me, Paolo. I hope you're all keeping well. And in a recent video I made this bedroom and the floor was a bit rubbish. Luckily a sub called Cargo sent in a floor pattern, and he'd actually sent one in wool, but just because of the kind of the blocks I've been using in here, I decided to try the same pattern in wood, and I really like that. I think that works really well. I've also put a painting up there for a bit of colour in the old bedroom. So today I have a bit of a slightly bigger project in mind, and it's about farming, about reed farms. So at the moment I'm getting all my reeds, which I'm using for paper and bookshelves and stuff, from here. And obviously this is alright as a temporary sort of thing. I'm not getting a huge amount out of it, but what I wanted to do was build a proper reed farm with pistons and stuff, and I've got a bit of an idea of what I want to do. So let's go over to where I think I want to do it, which is down in the ravine down here, which I had set up my base in to begin with. So I don't know if you remember when I showed you down here before, I have the ravine, which I'm going to fill with villagers at some point, and I'm kind of putting in farms and houses and everything on the sides, and I'll show you around that a bit now before we get going. But I've got a couple of farms here, and they are a bit low key, but they kind of I think fit in well with what I'm building here. So this is the ravine here, just to give you kind of a glimpse of what it looks like. I kind of used a lot of stone and cobble and grass and a bit of sandstone in here. A big pillar going up there. But I'm kind of happy with how it's looking, the house down there as well. And just to show you, like, I've got this kind of a wheat farm here for bread, which is pretty cool, and stacking up a bit of bread here, although I do have a wheat farm over on my other base. But that's pretty handy, and I like the way it kind of fits in. When you're walking around the ravine and you look over, it's nice and open and you can see what's going on. And I've shown you this before as well. It's my melon farm, and I really like this. I think it works really well. Again, for similar reasons, when you're out there you can look in and you can see everything here, which I think is pretty cool. And this is just the type of farm you come in and you grab a couple of melons. Nothing special or fantastic. I am actually thinking of updating this and putting pistons underneath here, but if you come in with a good axe, you can get a few melons, and I don't use that many melons anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I do like that. And like, I mean, as you can see kind of, you can see down around wherever you're walking, which I think is pretty cool. I've also got a pumpkin farm here, and as simple as this is, every time I walk by and I come and harvest this and just let it stack up here. Where are we? I tend to end up accumulating quite a few pumpkins, and I do use a lot anyway, so that's really handy. But the location for the reed farm, I think I'm going to put down in that direction. I've also, just to show you, I've got this kind of workstation here with chests and that sort of thing. I think that looks quite nice. Simple, but that's kind of how I roll. And then there's a house here as well, just a 2-story house, and there's nothing in here really. It's just for filling up with villagers. But yeah, this is the ravine. There's a couple more things down that end, but nothing really related to what's going on here. So I'm kind of just building this out as I go, and I'm thinking of putting the reed farm just across the way here, so I think it would fit quite nicely. And maybe put a bit of an entrance, maybe here. So the kind of general idea of what I want to do is to dig a big hole in here, and then dig a big hole going up, and what will happen is I have a load of reed farms stacked up on either side, piston operated, and when I harvest them they'll all fall into the middle, come down a kind of a river and down a waterfall into a lake in here, and that's where I collect them. And it's kind of half functional, half ornamental, but what I need to do, so I think I'll use this area here, what I need to do is figure out what's behind here and have a bit of a dig out. So I'm gonna kind of do a bit of that first and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so at the moment I've dug out an entrance which goes back there, and I've dug out a bit of a room. It's by no means finished, and I thought I had a good idea of what I was doing here, but just the fact that you can't really see in there at all the way I've done it, I'm going to change up this entrance. But the way it works, I thought it'd be cool if you kind of had to walk in and then it was all revealed to you. But I think just by the principle of how everything else is worked over here, that you can see at least part of other things as you're walking through, I always liked. So I think I'm going to change up the entrance here, and this is a kind of a starting point. Dug this out, I did a bit of TNT here, and then I start digging it out by hand, and to be honest with you, I'm going to continue digging it out by hand because I'm kind of liking the look of the bits here that I've done by hand. It looks a bit more natural than the TNT side, which is kind of harder to, it's just kind of harder to dress up and make look natural really. But I want this a good bit bigger, so so far so good, but I'll have a play around with this entrance and I'll be back to you again. Okay, so I've changed things up a bit here with the entrance, and I think it looks a lot better. I've got some columns here leading into it, and as you're walking past, it's a nice kind of view into it, and you can see all the different sides and stuff. Like I think it works. I've done a couple of things with the floor here just to mix it up, but I might change that around. So this is the space that I'm working with at the moment, and I just put a bit of sand down there to illustrate that it's going to be quite bright down here. I'm going to do kind of a sandy thing here with a lake in the middle. So I think the next stage is to just keep on digging this out. I want this a good bit bigger, not huge, but a good bit bigger. There was a good bit of gravel up there which made the ceiling quite high, which is not a problem. It's actually helped me out a good bit. It makes things quicker. But yeah, this is what I've done. So I think this looks alright from this side too. It's just sandstone pillars with stairs. I like it. Okay, I've been at this for another while, and clearing it out mainly by hand, and yeah, just kind of pushing it back a bit. It's slow progress, alright, but I got a bit more sand in the floor and a bit more up to the sides. I was thinking about putting in maybe one or two more columns or pillars on the side. Either that or maybe even use, I put some trees up or something, and I'm thinking of putting in maybe some stalactites and stalagmites around. But one of the great things about digging at this level, and I'm at E15, is that I'm finding ores around the place, which is pretty cool because that obviously adds to my resources. That's pretty cool. I got a good few diamonds there. But I think I still need to open this out a bit, particularly this side, and then start putting in the lake here. And after I've done that, I'll start digging up for the waterfall. But yeah, it's looking okay. Okay, so up here there's going to be a waterfall coming down here and a river going this way, and on either side stacking upwards I'm going to have reeds with pistons behind them, and so I need to clear this area out. Lovely. And this has taken me quite a while, so what I'm going to do is cut the video here, and oh, that's nice, there's a bit of a cave up here, that should make things easier. I'm going to cut the video here, and what we'll do is pick it up in the next episode, and I'll do all the oh, that doesn't reach to the end, does it? I'm going to do all the reed farming stuff. I just want to get down here to give you a look at what that looks like before we go. So the idea is that the reeds would come down this way, and you wouldn't have to go up there. I might put a switch behind there or something. But I'm still not finished in this area. I still have to sort out the lighting, and I put in a couple of things, cactus and stuff, just to brighten it up. But that's kind of the idea of what I'm doing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. All the best.